Good morning, everybody. My name is Carlos Racines. I am a student of the University Catholic of Guayaquil, and today I'm going to talk about Bluetooth Low Energy. Okay, so we're gonna start with the definition. Bluetooth Low Energy (BLE) is a low-power wireless communication technology that can be used over a short distance to enable smart devices to communicate. Some of the devices you interact with every day, such as your smartphone, smartwatch, fitness tracker, wireless headphones, and a computer, are using BLE to create a seamless experience between your device. And then applications. It's an ultra-low power version of Bluetooth intended for low energy sensors and accessories. The sensors are very important for the engineers and the automation, because you can use these devices with BLE to medical sensors and accessories for smartphones and tablets, among many others. This is as an example for a field level sensor. This device works with Bluetooth Low Energy (BLE). Okay, and this is the pros and cons. But I start with the pros. First, the BLE devices are robust to operate in congested environments due to introductions of Wi-Fi.0, and the second is connection establishment, producer, and data transfer is very fast, about 3 ns. And the last one is there are endless devices using BLE and are inexpensive too. This point is very important for students and the course. It can be used for higher data rates as offered by Wi-Fi and cellular technology. It supports 1 Mbps and 2 Mbps data rates. It can be used for long-distance wireless communications, online cellulars, and Wi-Fi devices. It supports up to 200 meters in LOS. This is line of sight. And the last is, it is open to interception and attack due to wireless transmission and reception. Okay, and then is issues applied in Ecuador. For me, it's possible to use it to proximity detection or study of moving objects. Objects. For example, the typical range of this is 10 to 30 meters, which may be suitable for locating keys in the house. And another example is a vehicle in the parking lot, a suitcase in the airport. And my conclusion. For me, it's a very important technology and useful. You can use in different ways like medicine, automation of the enterprises, or something more common, like devices that you have in your home. The BLE, it's an expensive technology, and that's important too, because you can use this device not only in enterprise, but students like me and you. It's very useful for us, and I want to share these videos with you.
Bluetooth Low Energy is the natural evolution of the world's most successful short-range wireless technology, Bluetooth, which puts wireless connectivity into billions of different devices. But since its goal is small, discrete, short-range data transfer, basically just the input from sensors, Bluetooth Low Energy technology is designed to consume really tiny amounts of power. In fact, a Bluetooth Low Energy transmitter can work for years, the lifetime of the device, enabling applications that were previously impossible. Applications that are easy and cost-effective to achieve. Signals from different sensors can even be combined, providing even more valuable results. And any Bluetooth Low Energy enabled device within range can automatically receive or forward Bluetooth Low Energy signals, so that information can be displayed and integrated in ways that are valuable to end users.
Hello and welcome to the first video in our series on wireless solutions. In this video, we will discuss Bluetooth Low Energy. Bluetooth Low Energy, marketed as Bluetooth Smart, is a wireless computer network technology aimed at novel applications in the healthcare, fitness, security, and home entertainment industries. Compared to classic Bluetooth technology, Bluetooth Low Energy requires much lower power consumption and offers a lower cost while maintaining the same communication range. Bluetooth Low Energy was merged into the main Bluetooth standard in July 2010 when Bluetooth Core Specification version 4.0 was adopted. That specification is called Bluetooth Smart and includes Classic Bluetooth Protocol, Bluetooth High Speed Protocol, and Bluetooth Low Energy Protocol. Bluetooth Smart Ready indicates a dual-mode device, typically a laptop or smartphone, whose hardware is compatible with both classic and low-energy Bluetooth peripherals. Bluetooth Smart indicates a low-energy-only device, typically a battery-operated sensor, which requires either a Smart Ready or another smart device in order to function. Bluetooth Low Energy is a subset of Bluetooth version 4.0 with an entirely new protocol stack for rapid buildup of simple links. Unlike Bluetooth standard protocols introduced in Bluetooth versions 1.0 to 3.0, it is aimed at very low power applications that can run off a coin cell battery for several months or even years. Chip designs allow for either single-mode Bluetooth Classic implementation, single-mode Bluetooth Low Energy implementation, or dual-mode implementation, where Bluetooth Low Energy functionality is integrated into an existing classic Bluetooth controller. Bluetooth Low Energy uses the same 2.4 GHz ISM band radio frequencies as classic Bluetooth. This allows dual-mode devices to share a single radio antenna. However, Bluetooth Low Energy uses a modulation system that is much simpler. Bluetooth Low Energy technology operates in the same spectrum range as classic Bluetooth and also uses frequency hopping to counteract narrowband interference problems. However, it uses a different set of channels, and instead of Bluetooth Classic's 79 1 MHz wide channels, Bluetooth Low Energy has 40 2 MHz wide channels. The bit rate is 1 megabit per second, and the maximum transmit power is 10 milliwatts. Bluetooth Low Energy technology offers new opportunities for designers and developers of Bluetooth applications with several key advantages, including ultra-low peak, average, and idle mode power consumption, low power requirements, it can run for several months or years on standard coin cell batteries, small size, low cost, multi-vendor interoperability, compatibility with a large base of mobile phones, computers, and tablets, and communication range. This opens up a wide range of exciting possibilities for this technology. The main markets where Bluetooth Low Energy is perfectly suited are sports and fitness, security and proximity sensing, home entertainment, and health and wellness, one of the major adopters of Bluetooth Low Energy protocol. Bluetooth Low Energy has also found uses in several other fields, including alerts and time profiles, automotive applications, smart energy applications, and home automation. Future Electronics offers a variety of Bluetooth modules and solutions from leading suppliers. Visit us to learn more at www.futureelectronics.com/connectivity-solutions. Stay tuned for future videos on this technology, and let us know what you'd like to learn about by contacting us on Twitter at FutureELEC.
Bluetooth. It cuts the cord and establishes a wireless connection between two devices. Bluetooth transfers data through low-power radio waves whose frequency ranges from 2.40 GHz to 2.485 GHz. Bluetooth devices come in three classes. Class 1 devices are used for industrial applications and have a range of 100 meters. Devices like your mobile phone or Bluetooth headset are Class 2 devices which have a range of 10 meters. Class 3 devices have a range of about 1 meter and are rarely used. With Bluetooth, you can connect 7 devices to one device and form a network of your own called the PicoNet. But how is a file transferred from one device to the other one? Bluetooth uses something called the ISM radio frequency band for communicating with other devices. ISM stands for Industrial, Scientific and Medical Devices Band. Every Bluetooth device has a transmitting and a receiving antenna. The file is transferred by the spread spectrum frequency hopping technique. That is, parts of the file are sent by small bursts of radio waves whose frequency can change up to 1600 times per second to avoid interference in crowded environments. The new Bluetooth Smart technology uses as low as 0.01 watts to 0.5 watts. Hence, using Bluetooth does not drain your phone's battery. We are done with the technical aspects of Bluetooth. Now we want to know, why does Bluetooth have this weird name? Now, many people won't believe me on this one, but Bluetooth is called Bluetooth because the scientist who invented it actually had blue teeth. No, I'm just kidding. Bluetooth was developed by the telecommunication company Ericsson in 1994 and was initially called Short Link Radio Technology until 1997 when it got the name Bluetooth. Bluetooth is called Bluetooth because it is named after the Danish king Harald Blatant. This king had this unique ability to bring quarreling people or tribes with feuds into calmly talking to each other and thus ending the argument. The literal translation of blatant is Bluetooth, and Bluetooth does exactly what blatant did. It connects two non-connected devices. Even the symbol of Bluetooth has the initials of Harald Blatant in it. This is the unique H and the B is inscribed inside the H. And that was Bluetooth for you. If you learned something new, then give this video a like and subscribe for some more awesome science.
Hello everybody, my name is Nicholas Powers with Aero Electronics, and today I want to talk to you about Bluetooth Low Energy. Bluetooth has been one of those standards that has really helped us kind of get things connected, especially in the body area networks, and get our local things put together. But classic Bluetooth was really designed to replace cables, and it covers many protocols with speeds increasing with new versions. Power consumption was not always the primary issue for this technology, and it was not always suitable for wireless boards running on a battery that only needs to send a few bytes of information. Well, this is where Bluetooth Low Energy comes in. This is also known as BLE. Sometimes people refer to it as Bluetooth Smart, and it was contrived to consume as low power as possible. At the moment, there are three versions called 4.0, 4.1, and 4.2 that have been released, and version 5 will be coming soon. Now, when you're thinking about the different versions, the big differences are that 4.1 devices can act as both a hub and an endpoint simultaneously. In version 4.0, devices could only really have one role, where a master could communicate with several slaves, but could not be a slave and a master at the same time. 4.1 has increased the flexibility by allowing a device to behave as both master and slave. Now, 4.2 has increased the packet size from 39 bytes to 257 bytes for what's known as the PDU, or Packet Data Unit. It's implemented some better security algorithms and has IPv6, which helps a device to connect directly to the internet. It gives it its own IP address. This is unique and a new feature that's going to make things a lot easier. Now, in this series of tutorials, we will explain in detail all the packets and layers, and we'll present solutions and tools available from some of our suppliers. We have people like Nordic Semiconductor, ST Microelectronics, Cypress, and Silicon Labs. As most of the tools work with BLE 4.1, in these tutorials we'll focus on this version. You'll be able to upgrade to 4.2 once it's available on all the platforms. There's not a huge amount of difference. So the BLE architecture has the following stacks. We have the physical layer that transmits in the 2.4 GHz radio spectrum with a GFSK, or Gaussian frequency shift keying modulation. Then there's the link layer. This describes how two devices can use a radio link to transmit information from one to another. The link layer has a simple state machine with only 5 states. You've got the standby mode, where the device is just sitting there. There's an advertising mode, when the slave needs to make a connection, and if it is sending data that just goes to anyone, it's not specifically meant for another device. And there's a scanning mode, when a device wants to listen to what other devices are advertising. There's an initiating mode. This is sent from the future master to the device that is advertising and asks to create a specific connection. And then lastly, there is a connected mode. This is when two devices are connected and sending each other data packets purposefully, so it has a starting point and end point, not general advertising. When Bluetooth was defined, the architecture could be a two-chip solution, host and controller. The HCI, or host controller interface, is the interface between these two components. The HCI has two main functions. It sends commands to the controller and receives events back, and it sends and receives data from a peer device. L2CAP, L2CAP, is a legacy standard of Bluetooth as well. For BLE, the L2CAP multiplexes 3 different channels, and it enables segmentation and reassembly of the packets that are larger than the underlying radio can deliver, so more data in more frequencies put together. Data is stored in the attribute protocol, or ATT format, and defines how the attribute is managed, the type of attribute, how to find, access, read or write data, and much more. The generic attribute protocol, or GATT, groups and combines these attributes and defines how all the data is discovered and then transferred between devices. This table is the way data is stored and will make sense once we study attribute protocols. Finally, there's the generic access protocol, or GAP, and this makes the device visible to the outside world and determines the role of the device in the network. Before we understand how to use the tools and how to program devices of our suppliers, we're first going to study Bluetooth Low Energy in details. We're going to look at the packets of each layer, how to advertise, how to handle a connection, how to store and retrieve data, the security issues that might be present in it, and so on.
Developers using Bluetooth Low Energy have a tough time today. The stability is inconsistent and it burns through the battery, which ultimately leads to your users unhappy with your app. The good news is that in Android L, we're fixing this. My name is Megan, I'm a product manager on the Android team, and I'm here to tell you about 2 key improvements: peripheral mode and improved scanning. Bluetooth Low Energy is a low-power form of Bluetooth communications. It allows devices like your Android phones and tablets to communicate with peripherals like fitness bands or Bluetooth beacons. Your Android phone in central mode can scan for advertisement broadcasts from peripherals, and it can also form connections to exchange additional data. Bluetooth Low Energy scans first landed in Android 4.3, and one of the biggest drawbacks was that scanning prevents the device from going into standby. If your app needs to scan frequently or constantly, say for nearby Bluetooth beacons, preventing your users' devices from going into standby will kill their battery. And trust me, no one likes an app that drains their battery. In order to address this problem, we have offloaded scanning to the background in a way that allows the device to enter into standby when it isn't detecting advertisements from nearby devices. But at any given part of your user's day, their device may be bombarded with advertisement packets from a myriad of devices in their vicinity. This would still prevent their device from entering standby. To address that, we have added new APIs that make your scanning even more efficient. These APIs allow you to specify filters to reduce the number of potential advertisement packets your application needs to process. You can set filters on specific parts of the packet like service UUID, service data, and manufacturer data. With these filters in place, your user's device will only wake up from standby and tell your app when it finds a packet matching your filters. You only get notified when Android finds a nearby device you're really interested in. Your user's device will keep scanning in the background indefinitely until you stop the scan manually. But your user's device may also be connected to other devices, like a Bluetooth headset. Starting in the L release, Android will optimize and balance scanning with other activities and power based on your requests. You can request to have Android scan with low latency. This will increase how quickly you detect the device you're interested in when it comes within range. But even background scanning consumes power, and scanning more frequently will consume more power. If detecting the other device is not time critical, like when the phone is in standby in the user's pocket, you can ask Android to scan less frequently and save power. We've added peripheral mode too. An Android device can now act as a Bluetooth Low Energy peripheral. It can broadcast advertisement packets and form data connections with other BLE devices. In fact, your apps can specify the contents of the broadcast packet, like service UUID, service data, and manufacturer data. This allows your app to produce more meaningful advertisement packets for your use case. But the space in an advertisement packet is limited. If another app has already filled it up, then there is no space for your app's packet contents. To fix this problem, Android now allows multiple apps to advertise concurrently, allowing each app its own packet. If your app needs to advertise more frequently to enable other devices to detect it quicker, you can request low latency. Of course, advertising more frequently will consume more power. If your use case allows advertising less frequently, you can request low power. Just like with scanning, Android will optimize how often to transmit your advertisement packets, balancing power and other demands on Bluetooth such as scanning or a Bluetooth audio connection. Now, try out our improved scanning and peripheral mode support for yourself. Thanks for watching.